Here at Mayfield, when it comes to football, they expect their teams to be playing the day after Thanksgiving every year. That's the case again this year. There was a ton of Houston Rockets Isaiah Cannon jerseys at Murray State games. After the pick tonight, everyone's already talking about ordering their Oklahoma City Thunder jersey. Countless amount of man hours go into preparing for each race, and then when race day actually gets here, it can be pretty hectic because each team really only gets 30 minutes to prove what they can actually do. And that's going to be a tough task for a first-year head coach like McMahon. And the one thing he did tell me today was that the past 2 weeks that he spent as assistant coach at Louisiana Tech were instrumental in teaching him how to learn to be a first-year head coach. It's obvious that Cam meant a lot to McCracken County, but he also meant a lot to the schools he played against. And that's why tonight Marshall County senior DJ Pig asked McCracken County coach Berlin Brower if he could wear Cam's number 10 jersey in tonight's game. In 2013, Southern Illinois pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the Barry Hinton era when they beat 22nd ranked Wichita State in typical Barry Hinton fashion. He went crazy after the game, celebrating with his team and with fans. Well, at times this season, the Kentucky Wildcats have struggled to find points when they need them. That was the case again tonight against Arizona State, but that was in the first half. In the second half, the Wildcats shot 58% from the floor and outscored the Sun Devils by 13 in their 72-58 win. Isaiah Briscoe came up big in the second half with all of his 9 points coming at the start of the second half. Kentucky still struggled from three-point range, making just 6 of 21 shots, but overall, the head coach, John Calipari, was happy with his team's effort against a tough Arizona State team.
You see, if we make threes, we were 5 for 10 in the second half. And if you go back and look, they were the same open looks in the first half that we went 1 for 11. In the second half, you're 5 for 10. But you saw the difference. I mean, I'm not worried about it. The only thing I'm telling these guys is I want Jamal and Tyler prepared to shoot a three every single time.
The Wildcats will have a week off before they host Ohio State next Saturday. Well, this season, there have been a lot of firsts for the Southern Illinois Salukis under head coach Barry Hinton, off to an 8-2 start. A win tonight would give them their first 9-2 start since 2009. It would have to come against North Texas, a team the Salukis played just 7 days ago. SIU won that game 95-63 in Denton, Texas. Early in the first is where he picked things up. Salukis trailing 6-4, but Anthony Bean getting things going, hits the three on the wing. SIU up 1. Bean finished with 19 points in the game. Later in the first, again going outside, but this time it's Mike Rodriguez. He hits the three. SIU led 32-18 the break. Then in the second, up 40-28, Leo Vincent, baseline bucket and the foul. He had 11 points off of the bench. Southern Illinois wins 74-66. Up next, Murray State on Friday night. To high school basketball, Murray trying to bounce back after their loss to Paducah Tillman last night at Mayfield tonight. The Cardinals have not beaten Murray since 2012. Late in the third, Murray with a 51-22 lead. Preston English, the drive, the bucket goes. Murray up 31 at that point, but Mayfield not giving up in the fourth. Michael Walker hits the jumper off the baseline. That cuts the lead to 29, but moments later, the play of the game. Ethan Clark, the drive behind the back pass, gets the no-look lay-in to go and the foul. Murray wins 65-36 the final. Livingston Central made the trip to Paducah tonight to face off with St. Mary. Head over to the Viking ship at St. Mary. Into the first quarter, tied at 8, Jake Norris, the long three at the buzzer. It's good. Vikings lead 11-8 after 1. To the second, Livingston Central down 5. Cameron Dean coming up with a big steal. Going the other way, finish at the other end, cuts the lead to 16-13. St. Mary would then start to attack the rim. Hayden Dickens to Austin Hubert. He gets the easy lay-in to go, but Livingston Central comes from behind to win this one 51-50 the final.
The winner of this year's Heisman Trophy is Derrick Henry.
So Alabama's Derrick Henry becomes the 78th college football player to take home the Heisman Trophy. This is just his second Alabama player to win the Heisman, joining Mark Ingram, who won the award back in 2009. Henry had over 1,900 yards and 23 touchdowns this season. The college football playoffs will take place on New Year's Eve. So unfortunately, college football is just about over.
But fortunately, an Alabama guy.
I'll take it. You know, number 2. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
More than 100 former Tillman and Mayfield players hit the gridiron yesterday for the first ever alumni football game between those two schools. Alumni from the 60s down to as recent as this year participated, and for the Kendall family right here, yesterday's game meant so much more as it provided a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. At Mayfield, they say they are about pride, tradition, and excellence. And for the Kendall family, playing football at Mayfield is tradition.
which is why 67-year-old Charles Kendall couldn't pass up the opportunity to play one more time.
I thought I'd come out and suit up, be with them, and play with my grandson.
Cole Kendall just finished up his senior year at Mayfield and couldn't believe he would be on the field with his grandfather at the same time.
I was like, are you sure? Be able to step on the football field with my granddad, that was I don't know, it's a unique feeling.
I think he jumped up and touched the moon.
For his wife, Cheryl, it has been a blessing to see her family come together like they have for this one event.
They're both so happy. They're just bubbly. They're just very excited, very proud of each other.
Even though Charles barely saw the playing field during the game, it didn't bother him.
Sort of been an adrenaline rush for an old toot like me. We're being honest about it. The legs are gone, but the spirit is still there.
A great experience. Still got little butterflies to be able to run out with them.
And when people have said he is crazy for wanting to play one more time, Kendall has had one simple answer.
It's just tradition that parents and grandparents that have played football just love to see their kids play football, and it's just a great opportunity.
Kendall said he is willing to play again in the future, depending on how he felt after yesterday's game. The next alumni football game will take place next Saturday between Marshall County and Graves County.
In his senior season at Graves County High School, Zach Katzman ran for more than 2,200 yards and 33 touchdowns. That earned him a scholarship to play college football at Murray State. But life took an unexpected turn in his freshman season, forcing Katzman to step away from the game. And as our Adam Wells shows us, Katzman's still around the game and loving his new role.
At Murray State, Zach Katzman helps call plays and tells players where they need to be. It's a part of his job as a student assistant coach, but it's a far cry from where he was just 2 years ago.
My second semester, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and my world was flipped upside down. Everything I'd worked for was really taken away.
Katzman battled the cancer, had surgery, and was able to return to Murray State, but not as a player.
I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy. I think God really showed me a lot through it all and really just taught me what it's like to really live life and what it's really about.
Those around him say he has become an inspiration with how he has handled adversity.
Because of the things that he's gone through, I think that he immediately has a little bit of street credibility with the guys because he's tough.
We never know what our last play is going to be, and so we see him out here, and that's a little reminder that we got to play every play, not only for ourselves, but for guys like Katz.
Although his football career was cut short, Katzman has been okay with it because he's been able to learn more about the game from a coach's point of view, which is something that he wants to do once he graduates college.
He was probably my second or third hire when I got the job, but I was really pleased to get him.
It's been really cool to see the different aspects of football, to see, different coverages, different fronts. Ultimately, it has been a blast. I've enjoyed every bit of it.
And one that he will never take for granted. In Murray, Adam Wells, WPSD Local 6 Sports.